Hi, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Good. Congratulations on the great ratings and what a great premiere for the
Thank
show.
you. Thank you so much. We're all definitely very excited and pinching ourselves right now.
Well, what can you talk about is going to come up in this next episode and episodes beyond this?
Yes, this next Sunday, ABC is actually doing a very cool thing. They're going to re-air the pilot at 7 o'clock before the new episode at 8. So if anyone missed it or wants to re-see it, that's happening. But the new episode really sort of lays the foundation for the curse and where the curse came from and why the queen was so intent on inflicting this curse. So that kind of sets up all of the foundations of the mythology of the storytelling from this point on.
And I was talking back and forth about the town of Storybrooke, and do you feel, or are we going to explore characters might know a little more than it's been let on, that they do know a little bit about this curse that they're inflicted with?
Definitely, they definitely don't know anything about it. Part of the curse is not only that they don't know who they are, but that they don't notice things that would point them in the direction of discovering it. It's almost like they're in a haze. There's almost like there's a Groundhog Day element to it. It's not that they're reliving the same exact day over and over again, but they walk through their life without questioning, basically. And so they really, truly don't think that there is anything up or anything unusual going on, except for Henry, who's the adoptive child of Regina the mayor and my real son, who, because he isn't under the curse and wasn't born under the curse, is not as deeply affected by that haze, and so that's why he's starting to piece together that something's off and something's wrong. So, go ahead.
I was going to say, does Emma coming to town start to kind of lift that haze for people?
It definitely starts to change things. It doesn't make people necessarily realize the truth, but it definitely starts, it's a domino effect of some drastic changes in their lives. So things that they hadn't questioned before, they do start to question, but not necessarily on the level of thinking, am I a fairy tale character that that is cursed and doesn't know who they are, you know what I mean? So, it's almost like there's enlightenment has come to town, but it's not so much enlightenment about the actual truth, it's just sort of freeing them from some of the restrictions they've been living within.
Why do you think that people are drawn to a kind of a real-life fairy tale like this?
I think there's a lot of reasons. I've been reading about the psychology of fairy tales, and the idea that a lot of psychologists have about this is that like the forest represents your internal life, and that fairy tales are really about self-discovery on a subconscious level. So I think especially when we're in a time in life and in the world where it's tough economic times, it's tough for people with getting jobs and keeping jobs, and everything's shifting and changing in the world so quickly right now, that I think people are really searching for their identities and really grasping for hope that they will be able to find their true selves and find their passions in life. And fairy tales have that subconscious underpinning to them, and so I think that they're drawn to them. I don't think it's an accident that Snow White was originally put out by Disney during the Great Depression. It does seem fitting that now, so many years later, when we are going through an economic crisis, that Snow White is resurfacing over and over again in several films and on a television show. So I think that there is an element of that psychology that people are drawn to, and also the element of hope. I mean, fairy tales definitely have a strong message of, if you have hope to hang on to, and if you believe that good will conquer over evil, that you will be able to have the life that you've dreamt of, that you will be able to have your happy ending. And that's what this show is. It's the fight to save happy endings. And, I think it makes sense that right now that's something that people would respond to.
Well, great. I look forward to many more episodes, and we wish you continued success.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.